Sales at pivotworks.com for more information from that. Let's go to our next guest, brought to you by Vertex Pistons. It's our buddy Kris Keefer. What's up, Keefer?
Hey, Andy. Hey, Steve. How you guys doing?
We're good, man. We got Andy from Guts in here, and you use Guts product for many years. You've liked some of their stuff.
I do. I like them a lot.
You like the traction, don't you? You like the traction. You're one of those guys. All fast guys want that.
I like it ribbed. I like it ribbed.
Yes, you do. Rib for your pleasure. All right. Hey, so nice little couple days we spent together.
Yeah, it was fun. We had a good time, so I appreciate you coming down and riding with me.
You're kind of muffled.
How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. So we went to Pro Circuit, hung out with Mitch, did a little filming there. I went on a mountain bike ride with your son, Aiden. He thought it was funny that I crashed into a tree. He washed my bike for me. We went to Glen Helen. We went to the Helen.
Yeah. Yep.
Good day.
It was. I mean, I don't get to see you that much down here, at least.
Yep.
So you had your bike, had the bicycles, got to play. We had a play date with Dawn too. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
And
it was.
Glen Helen was good. And actually, I didn't really tell you this, but I thought you rode pretty good at Glen Helen. I felt like you rode, pretty damn good for how rough it was that day.
Yeah, I didn't like the prep. I like a smooth water track with I'm the only guy out there. And that's not happening.
You were already complaining at 9:30. You're like, no good, no good.
Dude, you get out there at 9:30. You're like, this is already ruddy and rough, But
oh man.
So you thought I was riding all right? Oh, good.
Yeah, no, I rode with you a little bit and watched you, and your line choices were good, and it looked like you've ridden there more than just a couple times in the past 6 months. So,
which is true, yeah.
And then you rode Bet National. That was it.
No, and I went back with Weege one more time.
Oh, that's right. You did. Yeah, you're right.
Yep. But no, I felt good. I felt really happy that I did a 22-minute moto at the end of the day, the last day. 22 minutes.
Yeah, you did really good.
I was happy with that. I mean, kind of pushing, not trying to kill myself, but semi-pushing.
Were you sore the next day?
No, not at all. I'm an elite athlete, so.
Okay.
So everything was going good, Andy. As I told you, Andy, we're gonna have some controversy here, but everything was going well at Thursday. Glen Helen had a good day, buddies riding, enjoying ourselves, and then there's this guy next to us from Alpine Star. I'd never met him before, but seemed like a nice guy. He worked at A-Stars, and at some point at the end of the day, I'm loading my bike up and loading the stuff up. And I get in the passenger seat to leave, Andy, and I'm just kind of looking at my phone, like got lots of texts and emails. I'm a very busy guy, lots of things going on. And I look over, and there's Keefer taking down his Easy Up to the Alpine Star guy next to us. And dude, so whatever. I mean, I didn't see that. I didn't know that was what we were doing. I didn't know that's what we were doing. He gets in the van, and him and his kid are just ripping into me about not helping this guy with his Easy Up. First of all, I didn't know. Okay. Second of all, I don't really know this guy, but I still would have helped him out with an Easy Up if I was standing there, like right there. Keefer's like, no, listen, you always got to help out anybody take down an Easy Up. If you see a stranger, you go over there. I said, you're supposed to walk across the pits and help a guy? Yeah. I'm like, come on, bro. If you bring an Easy Up to the track, you take it down yourself. You shouldn't need strangers to help you. So this got into a huge debate right there. Andy, where do you stand on that?
Honestly, I would be the guy that would be more offering the help to put it up, because that's where I struggle. I wish some kind person would come help me get my Easy Up stretched out. Taking it down, I don't need help, but if I see a dude struggling, I'll lend a hand. It's kind of like putting the shopping carts away.
Yep.
Even though it wasn't mine, I'm going to put it away.
So you'll walk across the pits like some sort of Easy Up teardown inspector and help people out?
I said if I see the dude struggling. But if I see a guy over there, he's all jacked and tan, and he's popping the thing, and he's lowering it down, he's got it.
If you see somebody struggling, yes. This guy wasn't struggling. Like, you put up an Easy Up, and you just pop it down, and you pop it up. It's pretty simple. And if you bring an Easy Up to the track, and before you tear it down, you look around for help, you're a fucking pussy. Don't bring an Easy Up to the track.
Hey, Keefer, didn't he say he was in the van and had no idea? So maybe the guy was struggling, taking it down.
I'm just going to wait till you guys are done, because I have a lot of things going on right now.
Okay, Marks, are you walking across the pits and helping some stranger tear down his Easy Up?
No, I'm not.
Tits?
That's a big fat negative.
Thank you. Thank you, Talon. Talon says yes, but fuck off.
Hey, Keefer, do you pick up hitchhikers?
No.
See, my wife wants to kill me. I pick up hitchhikers all the time.
No, you don't.
I swear on my life.
What?
My dad used to when we were kids. That's what he did.
I picked up one hitchhiker one time in the box fan days. That's it.
Yeah, all the time where we live, I see a guy walk in and he's got his thumb out. Hey, man, where are you going? And obviously, I'm not going to tell him, oh, well, here's my driveway. You have to get out. Like, I think of the closest gas station or something.
Are they all normal or are they weird?
Some of them get in and talk. Some of them just sit there. And I mean, one guy told me about his son was at Harvard and all this stuff, but I could smell he hadn't showered in weeks.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think it's kind of interesting.
Sounds like Moser.
Moser? Yeah. Was his name Moser? Was he from Spokane? Okay.
If you go to the track by yourself and bring an easy up, that's problem number one. You only need an umbrella for one person.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, okay, if you help your friend, I get it.
Yep.
This guy was a friend of Keefer's, so this doesn't quite apply. I just didn't notice what was going on. I would have helped this guy. I just didn't notice.
Yeah, I agree with him, though. Like, if I go to the track by myself, I don't bring easy up. I only bring easy up if my 5-year-old son's bringing his bike.
Yeah, listen.
I can handle the heat.
If I'm bringing an easy up, and if I'm taking it down, and someone comes up to me, I'm like, no, I'm good, sir. Thank you. Please
keep your 6 feet.
Please step away. I'll put my own easy up down.
Okay, are you all done? Because I'm ready.
All right, I'm done.
Okay. So, look I love Steve, one of my best friends, love him to death, but he needs to listen to. He needs to go back to last week's show, listen to the Rhino part where he's living in the now. The dude's face is buried in his phone. I'm talking to him, and he will not know what the fuck I'm talking about. Just doesn't know. So I've caught on to this, so I'll be saying something. I'll test him every now and I go, yep, and he'll go, yep. So Steve's MO, when he doesn't know what's going on, he'll go, yep, and it's not even a question.
Yep.
So next door, he gets in. I understand. He thought we were leaving. Maybe he didn't look over. I was taking it easy up down, so this made me laugh because maybe he doesn't know. And I wasn't grilling him, and Aiden wasn't grilling him when we walked back into the Sprinter. I just was like, dude, you're telling me you don't help guys that are next to your neighbors in the pits to put up or take down? And he's like, no, don't do that. So it is, and for people that are commenting on my Instagram and are going to call on the show, it's not about if you can or can't take it up or down. Look, there is a rule. If you see a dude, you know the guys that don't know how to put up fucking easy ups because they will uncondom it, take the condom off, stretch that son of a bitch out, and they'll start shaking the holy hell out of it. You're like, all right, this has no fucking clue what he's doing.
Yeah.
So then you help. But then it doesn't matter. I've helped professional mechanics. As soon as they take the condom off, I'm in there. I'm helping because it just
you're just deep in there. You're just deep in there.
Get in there deep like. Yes, I'm in there because it's not about if you know how to put it up or take it down. Look, if you're bringing one, chances are really high you can do it yourself. It's just a courtesy thing. That's all I'm saying.
So do I need to walk around the pit?
Know the rules.
Do I need to walk around the pits? Hey, everybody need help and easy up? I'm here.
No.
Hey, how you doing? You good? You need help?
And my lovely number 5 friend over there thinks you got to walk across the pits. It's just immediately next to you. You don't have to walk across the lane. Just if you see someone next to you, then give them a helping hand. You never know who you're going to meet. You might meet a nice dude. Could be your friend. Could be a hot chick. They could have a daughter or whatever your MO is. There's a lot that could go on by just helping someone next to you. You can get some shade, free shade.
They could have a daughter or a hot chick. Like, really? That's where you're going?
Yes, of course. It's always there. I mean, like, if you're a young single dude, help the dude next to you. You have no idea where that leads you.
Don't bring an easy up to the track if you need help taking it down.
Look, and here's the thing, and people are ripping your ass on Instagram. I think, although it's funny, I think it's people don't understand how you help a lot of people. So it's not like fuck Steve, he just doesn't understand. No, you get it. Maybe you just don't understand to the level of what you.
Listen,
could do.
I give thousands and thousands of dollars to riders every single year.
Right.
I help people. I'm good, but I'm not going. Hey man, how's it going? You want me? What if the guy has a dead body in his van and you see it and he has to kill you now? What if the guy What if the guy has spittle and he has virus and you get it? What if the guy is like, hey man, I just don't want you to help. I got this.
Cool. Hey, you could say that. You say, hey man, I got it. I'm like, all right, cool, man, thanks. I'll walk away. No problem.
There's too many things to get involved.
I ain't forcing my easy up rules on the dude. No, dude, I'm coming for you. I'm helping you regardless.
As soon as you get involved with a guy, you don't know where it's going to go. You don't know how it's going to go. You don't know where it's going to go. It's just...
Isn't that fun part of life, Steve?
Just stay away.
Where does 420 Phil fit into all of this?
480 Phil.
480 Phil.
480 Phil.
I like 420 Phil better.
Yeah. I don't know, but I'm glad that Marks and Tits over there stand with me.
I'm loving the comments.
Think as generous as you are in so many ways, there's so much basic shit that you're not generous with. It's amazing to me.
I've had people at the track at Western be like, you need help loading your bike. I'll be like, nope, I got it. Thank you, kind sir. But I have this because I ride a dirt bike and I shouldn't be asking anybody for help to load my bike if I need, you just unload and load your bike.
Well,
that's it.
People think, us guys that drive Ridgelines are pussies, so they're probably asking you for the help.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was just getting ready to say, well, if I saw a guy with a Ridgeline at the track, I might be like, hey, honey, I need to go help this guy.
Chances are they can't afford a Ridgeline, so most of those people. So I don't know. I didn't appreciate you blowing me out on the Instagram. I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that.
What are you? No, look it. You could talk shit just like the rest of them. So getting it back is fine.
I don't like that.
Listen,
you're an asshole.
Another thing that you don't do. You don't ask the dude. You just help. Don't fucking ask him. Hey, do you want help? No, just help. That's all you gotta do.
I'm glad that Tits and Mark stand with me. Just take your own easy up and down. Just that's it. That's it. Don't rely on the social system. Don't rely on the government. Don't rely on anybody to do your work for you.
Keefer, ask us again after we get our second payment for the year.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's wait till phase 3, and that's when you help other people with easy ups.
Hey, we called Kris. Can we do a poll? Tits, let's run a poll. Pulp and Mech Show.
Consider it done.
Should you help a stranger tear down his easy up?
Should you or would you?
Would you?
Yes.
Yeah,
would you help a stranger?
Would you help put him up or down? Make sure you say it the right way.
Well, whatever.
Okay. I'll make it fair.
I would help a friend. I said I'm on the record as saying that. If my buddy needs help, I'm doing it. Whatever. So
right.
But hey, and
I will give you credit. When we did race the Nationals at Sacramento, you busted your ass. You helped him tear down the tent, so you were in it.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's all part of it.
Yeah.
Hey, we had Chris Betts on earlier, and he just saw the Dune Goon crash for the first time. So he was very impressed with Marks.
Yeah, Marks is a very unassuming man.
Backflip.
I don't know what that
Dune
means.
Goon, all of that.
Just keeping you on your toes.
You look at Marks, and you would never think that dude is doing a backflip. Never would know.
Right, Andy? You think he could do a backflip?
No. Well, I mean, I know that he has now, so it's different. But if I would have not known, I would have been like,
No, you're just like there. He just sits behind a cord. He just codes stuff. That's all he does.
I can't wait to make a GIF.
Man, this reminds me of a question I got asked the other day, and I don't know if we should do it now. I probably won't do it now. Never mind. It's not after dark yet. So.
You want to take a call from Cullen?
Yes.
Cullen, what's going on? Cullen, have you ever won anything from the Pulp Mech Show?
Yeah, you gave me a T-shirt. I called in when Cody Webb was on.
I feel like that name sounded familiar. Do you have a dirt bike?
We were talking about Stu Baylor and Wild Wally Palmer, all that stuff.
Yeah. I
I have a dirt bike. I have a KTM 250.
All right, you want a Maxima oil kit?
Sure.
MaximaUSA.com. Pulp 20 is the code to save. I just voted no on the poll, by the way. Tits right now.
Don't do it, Colin.
So it's 100% to 0 right now. All right, Colin, what's your question for Keefer?
So, Keefer, I heard you mention last week you were going to be testing Stu's Sherco this week, and then it came out that he's split with the team. Do you have any info on that? You heard anything?
What happened there with the Sherco, Keefer? I know you know.
I do know, but I'm not at liberty to talk about it. So,
oh my God.
Understandable.
Stu did promise me that he will come on the show to talk about it. So.
What show? This show?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That would be
but his brother. But his brother kept the rod.
Yes.
Yeah, still on it.
Awkward.
Yes.
Yes,
So
Keefer goes.
Once he talks about it, it'll kind of make sense to you guys, and I don't want to be the guy to let it all out, but I am riding.
I mean,
he's
a top
top
tier guy, and it wasn't a top tier team at the time, so I kind of get that. But
are you going to test, Keefer? You going to test the bike?
Am I going to? Yeah, I'm going to test it Thursday. Sorry, you broke up.
Oh, you're testing it Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday we're doing the video for Racer X, and we're going to test that sucker.
Okay, all right. There you go, Colin.
Yeah. I got one more question.
Okay.
You said you were going to test the 250 FX in your Keefer Tested podcast. I've been listening to those religiously. Are you ever going to come out and do the 250 FX test?
Yeah, so it's been kind of slow for manufacturers giving some of the media outlets some bikes, but I am lining up a couple two-strokes right now, so that'll be happening soon.
No, I meant the 254-stroke Woods bike.
Oh, Woods bike. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I don't have any plans on that. They don't have any right now. I asked for one, and they just simply don't have any to give out right now.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm trying to convince my roommate to go Blue Crew. So you guys, I'm trying to sell it on them.
Once you go Blue Crew, you never go back. It's that simple.
Right?
Stay on hold, all right?
Crew, but it's a smart choice.
It's a smart choice. Stay on hold. We'll get you that Maxima kit, all right?
All right, appreciate it, guys.
All right, thanks to the folks at Maxima USA. We got another question here. Snow's on 2. Snow, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's up, man?
Question for, I guess, both of you. I'm looking into getting my first dirt bike, I guess. I am a quad guy. I've been riding for years and years. Local pro level on a quad, but dirt bike I just never really got around to or anything. Like, never really had too much interest. But I followed the sport forever, so I'm good on it. I've got speed on the quad, but I know that doesn't translate as well on the dirt bike, and it's kind of making me steer away from the Blue Crew. I'm looking at it like a YZ250F, but I know those things are powerful, and I know I'm probably going to be a little leery in the beginning. So I'm kind of steering towards the RMZ 250, but I kind of wanted Keefer and Steve, your guys' kind of take on it. Is the Yamaha that much more powerful, or is it something that?
Are you angry about any of this quad talk the last few weeks?
It cracks me up.
Okay.
The only time it bothers me is with when there's just misinformation. Quads, the weight of the quad or this or that, or kind of what the technology is nowadays, and that makes me want to call in pretty quickly. But I just
because Keefer's going to race a quad pro national.
I can't wait.
With backing from Guts Racing.
Yes.
Yes.
Andy just goes yes.
Yes.
Go for it. I'd watch every second. He wants to have podcasts. He wants to have YouTube videos. I will be.
Well, listen, it can't get any worse than his national attempt and his Western
really
Raceway and stuff.
If he doesn't qualify, I think it'd be worse.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah,
it would be.
Yeah,
okay, so what kind of bike should Snow have, Keefer? What do you think?
Just one question for you, Snow. What are you riding? Off-road, moto, what?
So primarily moto, but for a dirt bike, honestly, I'd probably stick with trails for a while. Just because to get that comfortability.
Honestly, this is your first bike. If this is your first bike, Snow, I'm telling you, you're not gonna know a lot of the differences between the bikes. I would go the least expensive route, and the Suzuki's plenty of bike for you, and it's going to be good enough for what you want to do. So save yourself some money. Go invest in an RMZ 250. Have fun. The thing turns good. It's reliable. So, in order for me to get my feet wet out in the two-wheel world, I would definitely go by RM Army. So that would be my go-to.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was thinking too. Just because I know they're good handling bikes, and to me, the handling is going to be more than the power by far, especially in the beginning, early days. And if I want it to be faster, there's plenty of stuff I can do to it.
Yeah, you can get a new RMZ 250 for like $5,200.
Yeah, I've seen them 53, 56, and they're all over the place for like a 19 and whatnot.
Yep.
But like I said, I'm diehard Yamaha guy. I've always had Yamahas since I was 6 years old. I first started on quads even, and I want that Blue Crew, and there's nothing like a Blue Crew.
Well, then just get it. You're not gonna. It's not like you said. You're not gonna notice a huge difference. So if you have a relationship with a Yamaha dealer, you want to stay on Yamaha and Blue Crew, get it. It's not gonna be like going from a CR500 to a CR125. You know what I mean? Like it's still a 250F.
Yeah, and I figured as much, but just I don't know. That's why I'm asking, because like you guys have a hell of a lot more experience with that stuff than I do, obviously on the two-wheel side.
Right, Keefer? Do you agree? If he likes a Yamaha, he likes a Yamaha.
Yeah, and if it's not that much more money, get what you want. You have a gut feeling, stick with it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
I appreciate it, guys.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Question for Skippy from question for Andy from Skippy. What's up, Skippy?
What's up, guys? How are y'all?
We're good.
Hey, so Andy, thanks. You hooked me up with the wing seat cover last year, and I was pretty blown away with how much it helped me kind of grip the bike and stuff like that, specifically because I've got chicken legs and 5'11", and just kind of wanted to hear a background about where you and the crew kind of came up with that.
Actually, the wing seat, so like how we have it advertised on our website, it says RJ wing seat. It was actually Rick Johnson's brainchild. He thought it up. It was his. He was working with Blake Baggett on Factory Suzuki at the time, and Blake had a wrist injury and was having a hard time keeping himself forward on the bike. So instead of going with a step or a bump, he felt like just watching Blake ride that the problem was that he wasn't able to keep his like lower body far enough forward on the bike. It wasn't so much the upper body, but that was putting a lot of pressure on his wrist. And so he asked and we did a few variations, small increments at a time until we came up to the full inch. It's a full inch on each side. And then that way Blake could kind of lock his legs in and like it almost like cupped his boots a little bit too, like on the top edge of the boot. And then he could ride looser with his arms. And he could put in longer motos with less stress on the wrist. And then when he left Suzuki and went to the Rock River team, to the Rocky Mountain team, or BTO at the time, they were in contract with another seat manufacturer, so he couldn't use the seat. And that was about the same time Wilson was doing his own thing on the Yamaha, or starting to, and Rick Johnson got hooked up with him. And at Anaheim, we borrowed a seat from Scott Champion had one and put it on Wilson's bike, and then he rode it. And now Wilson, he won't ride without it. Mosman won't ride without it. There's the guys that once they ride them and like them, then it's kind of set. There's guys that have tested them and they didn't like them for whatever reason, but the guys that I
think Keefer had one on for a while.
Yeah,
didn't
I think
you, Kris?
so.
Yeah, I ran mine for like 2 years in the Yamaha, even though people think the Yamaha is
bigger,
is fat.
Yeah.
In the midsection, I had was problem gripping it. So I saw Dino was using it on the Husky. I was like, I want to try that in the Yamaha. So I actually I ran it for a long time, and a lot of people, when they email me, they say, yeah, I tried it. They liked it, and they kept with it. So, yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, we have to give all the credit to Rick Johnson. It was he thought it up, but he didn't know how to obviously manufacture it. And gave we have a good relationship with him.
Was it a pain in the ass for you to do, or no?
No, actually, and like all of our other manufacturing, we get a lot of people that want to know why we only offer it in black and other colors, but it's because of a manufacturing standpoint that we could make it in other colors, but you might have to wait 14 days for it. Well, by then you're over the idea. so we just make them in black, and we have a pretty good process, and we have a lot of pre-cut pieces. And
there you go, Skippy. Thanks, man.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you. Brian's got a suspension question for Keefer. What's up, Brian?
Hey guys, how we doing tonight?
We're good.
Good. Kris, I got a little bit of a potentially sensitive question for you.
Okay.
I'm just curious. I know you had a lot of dealings with Alta back in your day, and everything I've heard is you played a big role in getting that bike dialed in and set up for the masses. I just want to know how involved were you in dialing in that base suspension setting for the bike, and how much feedback were you able to give, and what kind of maybe pushback were you getting? I'm just really curious.
I used to fly back and forth up there once every other week for 2 days, 3 days. So at the very early stages, when Alta was named BRD, That's the name of the company. And then they switched names. Man, I was up there a lot riding the bike and in very early proto stages. So we went through a lot of suspension changes. And, of course, Alta went and made a contract through WP to use their suspension. So they still had to run the 4CS because that was part of their contract. So I was really pushing for the air fork side of it because that fork was just simply a better fork. But that wasn't released until a year or two down the road when they actually went through all their 4CS stuff. So we spent many days all over NorCal riding different tracks, renting tracks, going to Hollister Hills, trying to find a base setting where it kind of worked for everybody. And it just wasn't me as well. Some of the internal guys, I know Dennis Stapleton, he came up a couple times and he helped as well. So definitely I was in there a lot, but there was also other key elements to that too, is just trying to get other sizes, weights, abilities of riders to be comfortable. And that was our main goal, was how can we get the combustion type of rider to just be able to transfer over into electric technology and feel comfortable right away, because we've all been there. We rode electric bikes. Like, it doesn't feel like a dirt bike. It feels like something else. So they were really adamant about, hey, we want to make sure you can just go back and forth and get on our bike, and it doesn't have to rewind your brain to try to, like, okay, I got to go back and try to do something else to make this feel right. They just want it seamless. So that was the main thing. And
Kris, from your perspective, you do a lot of testing, and just from your perspective and your experience with testing the Alta and giving your feedback, what are some of the significant differences, just in suspension setup that you noticed riding the Alta versus, say maybe a 350 or 450?
Well, to me, I had to make the suspension settings, for me at least, a little softer feeling, because what worked on a 4-stroke didn't work on the Alta because of the rotating mass. There wasn't none of it, right? So the Alta has a very free feeling when off throttle. So I had to make the suspension move a little bit more, make it a little bit more forgiving, so it didn't have all the weight transferring forward and back. So that was something I really had to dial in and try to give the information to the Alta guys, to give the WP guys, was, hey, look, your settings that you guys are bringing over, just because we have the weight of a 450 doesn't mean we need the suspension settings of that. So that was a little bit of a struggle.
All right. Yeah. Breaking news, by the way. Tits, what's the poll at?
It was at 78% say that you do and you would have to go help your neighbor help set it up. And then I voted and bumped it down to 77%. But still, it's not looking good.
Overwhelming.
Hey.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bullshit.
Am I still on the line?
Yeah, you're on.
Hey, I'd kind of disagree about the umbrella comment, man. I mean, especially here in SoCal, this sun is brutal, man. And every time I go to the track by myself, I'm bringing my Easy up and popping that thing up. And
are you taking it down yourself?
I know that I put it up myself and I take it down myself.
Good job.
I man up.
Right on, Brian. That's all we need. We need more people like you.
Yeah, just with a little experience, working out the kinks, you figure it out, and it's not that bad.
Less people looking around for Keefers to come running across the pits.
Hold on a second.
Hey, you need help? Hey, you got a daughter?
You need to be self-sufficient.
You got a daughter?
Oh my gosh, Brian!
And I'm the guy as well that if I see another dude struggling, I'm over there helping him too, because I was that guy in the beginning when I was trying to figure it all out, and I don't know. I feel like in the motocross community, you got to help each other out, even with stuff like that. Like, I lend tools out all the time and stuff like that. So
you want to listen, Brian. You want a Guts Racing T-shirt? Because I like that comment. I like the comment about how you don't rely on help.
Whatever, Brian.
You want?
Yeah, sure.
You want a Guts Racing shirt? All right, stay on hold. Thanks for the call, man. We'll get you a Guts Racing T-shirt. All right.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
Thank you. All right, Keefer.
Suck it, Brian.
Hey, did you say, Keefer, that your mic's on? Your mic's on. Thank you. Keefer, did you say that you tried some ED drugs?
Some what?
ED drugs?
Yes, I have.
You didn't like them?
No, it made my heart go ape shit, and I thought I was gonna have a heart attack.
Okay. Besides that, though, did you have fun with them?
Heather didn't. I did, yeah.
Okay. All right. Because Prairie Insulin, they've come on board with us. The folks at prairieinsulin.com. They'll get a discount on insulin, on ED drugs, or anything else. Mention Pulpamex, get a discount. The insulin in the United States can be upwards of 10 times more expensive than the same product in Canada. I believe the ED stuff is the same as well. Prairie Insulin and Meds believes that taking care of your health shouldn't burden you financially. So Pulpamex customers get 10% off the already low Canadian prices on insulin and all other prescription meds. prairieinsulin.com. There you go.
I didn't even know that. When did that start? This week?
Yeah, last week. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm negotiating for sponsorship for graphics for RV and Weimer for the Fight Club thing.
And seat covers.
And seat covers. Yeah.
Do we know more about this or same?
Yeah. Well, what did you need to know? 1995.
Like where
Tuesday.
Where is it at? How many laps?
They don't know how many laps till they ride the track. Bracket style racing, man head to head,
Yep.
1995 for it to buy. $20.
What about what track? Where are they going to be at?
They're not telling anybody because they don't want anybody to show up.
Got it.
prairieinsulin.com, by the way, if you want to get the same ED drugs that Kris Keefer used. So.
Yeah, Heather looked like a petaluma after that day. So.
Yeah. God, what's wrong with you? All right, we're going to let you go. We got 2 questions for Andy for seats. So.
All right. Have a good show, guys.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Talk to you soon.
Later.
Help your neighbor. Help your neighbor.
See you later. Tim's on 2 for Andy. Tim's, what's up? You got a question for Andy?